Hey, this is Charlie Lincoln. I just wanted you to know that. Hey, this is Charlie Lincoln. I just wanted you to know that in about 14 minutes. This is Charlie Lincoln. I just wanted you to know. Obviously, I still have a lot to learn about how to live stream, don't I? Anyhow, in about 13 minutes now, Paul Fromm and I are going to be talking again tonight about the Canadian trucking convoy and the possibility of other trucking convoys protesting in COVID on Odysee. And that's because, as some of you know, 2 weeks ago we were given a strike, our first strike here on YouTube. We don't know how long we're going to be able to continue going on YouTube. I like YouTube, but I also like Facebook, and I've now been banned from Facebook, right? So anyhow, it's part of the learning process, I guess. And I just wanted everybody to know that I'm going to stick with YouTube as long as I can. I'll certainly post everything that we do on YouTube, but try to find us on Odysee. It's new-orleans.la. A new-orleans.la is where we're going to be broadcasting. I don't know how to give it to you exactly, but I'm in the process of learning. Lucas is setting everything up, and I think he's set it up very well. I'll be able to go on live on Odysee the same way I've been doing here on YouTube. But basically, the original main line of the media giants is assisting the government, is the best way to put it, in suppressing anti-government speech. There's just no other way to explain it. It has nothing to do with science. It has nothing to do with anything other than politics. And I hope that maybe I'll get banned for saying that. I don't know. But it's pretty clear that dissenting opinions from the CDC and from the Biden administration or the Trump administration, because the Trump administration really started all this stuff. No point in denying it. But we need alternatives. That's the bottom line. And we need alternatives where we won't constantly be tricked into believing we have a steady platform, a place to speak. I spent a lot of money on Facebook, and I may end up suing for a refund because I spent a lot of money promoting this show on Facebook, and it clearly was a very bad investment on my part, and I can't afford bad investments. So anyhow, I am going to invite you to look up our Odysee channel, new-orleans.la. I hope it isn't actually New Orleans. ALDF is the American Legal Defense Fund, my organization. ALDF-/NewOrleans.com. No, .la. It's not .com. It's new-orleans.la. I don't know exactly where the LA comes from. Maybe it's maybe Louisiana has its own domain name. I'm just not sure. Anyhow, I really appreciate everybody who's been subscribing and everybody who's been supporting us here on YouTube, and I hope that you'll migrate with us over to Odysee. I also post on Gab, and we'll just have to see what happens. But The internet is an amazing adventure. I've been bouncing around on it for going on 25 years now. I was not one of the early ones. I didn't go into the World Wide Web heavily in the 80s as some of my colleagues at Harvard were doing. I didn't really understand it, to be honest with you. I mean, I remember the first time anybody, it was Rosemary Joyce at Harvard who first introduced the concept of hyperlinks to me. And I thought, wow, that's really amazing. And before that, I knew all about satellite maps from a former friend of mine, like the late Edward Barna Kerjack. He was carrying around these giant things about the size of huge trucks back in the 1970s and 80s called geoceivers. And they did exactly what little phones do now in terms of the ability to track, give your exact location and track you. So I was certainly aware of the innovations coming, but I was a Luddite, conservative in every sense of the word, and it took me a long time to adjust. But try to find us over on Odysee. Our topic tonight is slavery. It's all north of the border these days. So join us if you can.